Go live. Go live. There we are. All right. I think we're set up. I wonder if EV Mux is a lot easier than this. Man, I had a description set and I was ready to go and disappeared on me. So there are still some things in some parts of StreamYard that are a pain in the ass. So I'm going to start checking out this EV Mux. It looks a lot like StreamYard in the way that it basically functions and everything. And I have to see who's the makers of it. Says I don't know if it's the same property or the same creators or what or whatever, but it does look like it's 10 times superior, especially in its video quality and everything else and its looks than StreamYard is. And hopefully it's not as cumbersome to navigate like StreamYard is. Because sometimes StreamYard's navigation leaves a lot to be desired. But as the captain of this ship, since I'm in my Captain Kirk goldenrod shirt, command shirt, I'm going to definitely give EV Mux a tryout and see what that's going to be like. I'll probably experiment with it with some of the Muscle Up 2 PR live streams to get a feel for it. But I kind of messed with it just a hair today. And I got into its studio and the way its setup was going and it looked exactly like StreamYard here for the most part. For coming into, I don't know if this is considered the dashboard at first that you get into, and then you enter into your studio. But it had basically that where you came into the thing, you tell it you want to create a live stream or whatever, its destination. And then once you create it, it says you enter into a studio. So that much is exactly like StreamYard here is. So that's about as much as I got to play with it today. Otherwise, it became a very hot day outside, too hot for my like. I don't care for the heat. Anything above 70 degrees is too hot, and it's 90 degrees out there right now, so it's 2 times too hot. So anyway, welcome to Asakura Mining and Prospecting, our Straight Talk and Blue Moon edition. Not that that really means anything. I just thought it was kind of crafty and clever to put that into the thing because tonight should be the full moon going into tomorrow, since Saturday night transitioning into Sunday, into the wee night and early morning hours of Sunday should be when the full moon is. And if you have looked at your calendar, you will see that the month of May has had now, as of tonight going into tomorrow, 2 full moons in the same month, which they call a blue moon. I don't know why they call it a blue moon. That I got to go and read up on that, but I never understood the lore of that. If you got 2 full moons in the same month, how does that constitute a blue moon? Does it mean that you're doubly sad about something or another? Because, you know, usually it's I'll have a blue Monday without you or some kind of a blue day without you. Isn't that like some kind of a poem or song or something? I'm not sure. I don't know where that turned. It came from, you know, much older times in our country, in its folklore and everything. But tonight should be the full moon, so we're just, for the heck of it, calling this one the Blue Moon Edition. So, yeah. So what are we gonna do for tonight? Well, it's that Blue Moon Edition, and thinking about outer space and everything, and thinking about 2 blue moons or 2 full moons in the month and whatever. That said, yeah, let's put on the goldenrod command shirt for, you know, Captain Kirk, because I always called this my Captain Kirk shirt, Just like when you see me in the blue shirt, that's my Clark Kent blue shirt. I have one for Captain Kirk. Because if my last name was Kirk, I'd have it just right because I am a James T. So it would have worked out really super if my last name was Kirk, because I really came along and into that in my growing up years, and astronomy was always my first love, especially of the sciences and everything else. I loved astronomy. I loved the study of what's out there in outer space and all that. So yeah, I was always intrigued into science fiction and all kinds of things like that. And then of course Star Wars came onto the scene and so forth and so on. And then they had all the other space shows, Space 1999. Earlier on, they had Flash Gordon and all. Then they had Battlestar Galactica. Then they had a couple other different kind of science fiction programs that came out. Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, which Gil Gerard just recently passed away, which is a shame. He was a good actor. And it's too bad he didn't have a bigger career than he did. And at least Aaron Gray is still living, for anybody that remembers all of that. And there were several other little kind of space odyssey or science fiction kind of things. There's a old series. Was it in the 70s when it came out? I wouldn't think it was. Logan's Run. So yeah, that was something that was out and around back then too. So I always remember that as well. So yeah, a lot of my youth coming back wearing my Captain Kirk command colors. Back when the original Trek was on, and when command color was this, it was the goldenrod color. And basically, it's called goldenrod, but you can call it the yellow shirts or what have you. That was command during the time then. Then when they did the movies, they transitioned over into the red uniforms, and then thus red became the command, and especially as they got into the next generation and all that. When red was the color that was always the ones that got killed off. See, you wear a red shirt, you get struck by lightning or you die, or whatever the case is. Just like that poor guy in the Devil of the Dark episode, or Devil in the Dark, the Horta. That one, the Doomsday Machine, and Balance of Terror, and there's still also several others, but like those are in my top of episodes of the original series of Star Trek. I never tire of watching those again and again and again. Love those episodes. There's quite a few more that tail right behind them that are up in there. I cannot name you the top 10 off of my head, just because it's been a long time since I've watched all 79 episodes. But there's still a whole bunch more that are good. City on the Edge of Forever, Amok Time, quite a few. Let's just leave it at that. Quite a few. What was that one with Spock's parents and all? Journey to Babel. Yeah, that was also a real good one. That's when we meet Sarek and Amanda, Spock's parents, for the very first time. So pretty good. It wasn't that long ago that Mark Leonard passed away too, who played Sarek. So yeah, we're losing our heroes back of the day. If you happen to be of my generation, it's quite kind of sad. So there we go. Well, we finally got somebody who entered into the chat there. Hello, Georgianne. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you there. Okay, that's your in. Let me drop in the link. Not that I'm going to expect you to come up, but I need to post the link anyway. I know I copied it. Come on now. There we go. There we go. Why I got to hit that arrow twice, I don't understand why. I'm going to definitely try out EV Mux, because there's a few features with StreamYard that's, cumbersome and a little troublesome as well. That is kind of irritating. But yeah, so we're doing good tonight. How are you doing? Of hopefully we'll start getting the evening crowd to come and pour on in, especially as we'll have the full moon coming in tonight and transitioning into Sunday morning in the wee hours. This will be our official blue moon. So not, I think what, do we have it only once a year that we have 2 full moons in the same month, or is it twice in a year? Might be twice. Just painting doors? Okay. At least it's warm enough to do some painting now. Hopefully it's not too warm. We hit 90 degrees today, and that's already way too warm for me. I tried to do this live stream outside, and it's like, oh no, that late afternoon sun, that's too hot out there. So I'm gonna have to, if you hear a bunch of noises within the area here, it'll be all the grandchildren becoming rambunctious, and it'll be the family inside. So please excuse any noises that happen to come and interfere. Yeah, kids are getting into the kitchen now. So yeah, it's just behind me over here. So they might be a little noisy from time to time, but either way. So just please bear with it, because I'd rather be a little bit cooler than to be 90 degrees hot outside where it is, where I normally broadcast. So I'd rather be inside. And especially since I have this where I can have people come up, since this is StreamYard, I'd rather be closer to the router as well too, because the router is like right over here. So that way I won't have any droppage and should be able to carry signal really well. So let's see, we got Joe. Hey Joe, how's it going, my man? Take care. Yeah. Hello, Share Bear. Good to see you. Can't stay, but have a blessed night. Well, thank you for coming on in. We missed you earlier on Muscle Up 2 PR. We did a pretty long live stream on that channel. We were on for about an hour, 45 minutes over there this morning. So yeah, missed you in the morning, but we'll see you on Monday if you can't stay this evening. Okay, that'll work. Thank you for dropping in to say hello. Appreciate that so much. Definitely do. So what you got going on, Joe? So far, people are kind of slow to come and filter in today. I've got the link posted into the chat, and then Nightbot should be getting ready to start up. Nightbot is way more trim, so he should not interfere too much with us, and he should not over spam the chat. So that'll be a lot better. It's running a lot better. I've already tested it over on Muscle Up. So definitely doing good. There we go. Okay. So yeah, instead of it dropping like 6 or 7 at a time, it should be only dropping 1 or 2 at a time, and not flood over the chat. So yeah, Share Bear is telling you hello there, Joe. So Nightbot is telling us, please help us to our goal of 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours. Since it mentioned that, I will start with saying here that I ran the numbers today, and there they are. And we are sitting at 315 subscribers here on Asakura, and we're at 480 watch hours. And that's like, wow, that's awesome. That's really good. I'd like to see us get up to 500 getting into next month. I like to see that get into the 500 watch hours, and that should happen in the next couple of days, especially if anybody does the rewatch of this broadcast, and if we hit about 2 hours, yeah, that should help us get pretty close. Over on Muscle Up, we're at 312 subscribers, and we're at 496 watch hours. That one should, after tonight, be at 500 watch hours. So we're doing fair with the numbers, but we still need more help. We still need to have more people subscribing. So please share us out. Please tell people about us and have them come on over and check out the channels, both Muscle Up 2 PR and Asakura Mining and Prospecting, and let them see for themselves. And hopefully they'll subscribe to us. Go and check out the videos, the long form, the shorts, the live streams, hit the playlists. The playlists and hit play all will help us with watch hours if you like to support us that way. And then that way we should be able, once we meet the requirements by YouTube, then we should be able to offer memberships and super chats. And that's the goal for both channels. So thank you all so much for that. So just hiding in the dark in front of the air conditioner. I hear that, man, because it's hot as heck down here. Yes, sir. Hot there too, Joe, said Georgianne. Hot inside this trailer anyway. Oh, man, because most of those trailers have all kinds of metal. I bet that is hot, man. Good golly. Yeah. You know, if people and companies and everything else just weren't so doggone greedy, man. Yes, sir. There's my other channel that Nightbot dropped the link for. So there's the link for Muscle Up 2 PR. Most of y'all should be aware of that channel and everything. And of course, you know what this channel is since you're on it. Is Asakura my last name, or what does it stand for? Hey, that's an excellent question, Georgianne. So technically, come on, I X'd off of that. There we go. Sometimes my phone doesn't like to feel the button push. So technically, no, Asakura is not my surname. My family name is something else, which I don't really care for. But ever since I came across this name, thanks to the anime that my daughter and my son watched back, I don't even remember what year it was, but it was back a ways. There was a character that it was actually twin brothers, and you know, the typical kind of Japanese story, you know, good versus evil kind of thing. You had the good brother and you had the bad brother, and so from that, it was the Asakura family. Well, the good one, the Yo Asakura, reminded me a lot of myself when I was young. That nice, young, youthful, optimistic kind of kid. That's how I was in my youth, and that I've always had a distaste for my family surname. I decided to adopt that as my name, and I never got around to legally changing it, which I do want to do. But I have to look in and see, do I have troubles or issues if I'm to invoke any of my military benefits, especially if I get, you know, medical and whatever, and or for burial benefits and things and all of that. I have to see what's if there's any conditions one way or the other for doing a name change. Will that change anything, or will I be able to just be able to provide that documentation and everything will be good? I just never got into the process of doing it. And then I had to go and take care of dad and everything. And then that changed a lot of dynamics too. So I never got around to officially changing the name over. But personally, and for most of the people I come across, I greatly prefer that the Asakura name is used. It just, anything that's of a true legal matter, I have to use my surname. But I prefer to keep and use and be known as Asakura instead of the family surname. So that's where that is. And that's the story behind it. Why the anime creator used that particular family clan and that name, there must be something in samurai lore that had to do with that particular family during whatever dynasty that was under. And he just basically went with that. And that's pretty much how the name came about, because if it wasn't for that, and his anime is called Shaman King, that's where we got the name. And I said, well, I like that. I'm going to use that. And so I would prefer that. So that's your quick explanation on on that. Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you that you find it interesting. Very good. Appreciate that. Hey, Ray, how are you doing tonight? Oh, Georgianne, are you not blue or something? Yeah. Ray showed up as blue. You showed up as black. Thought I had you. I thought I had you blue. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that. I can't do it on StreamYard, um, and I can't wiggle my way over to YouTube either, because since I'm already dedicated to this live stream, I can't do any changes. Even if I were on the YouTube side at the minute, they're not they're not connected to the same stream platform, so there's no way either one can go into the same stream. So I'll have to go live when I go live on Thursday evening for Asakura for Straight Talk. Um, I'll be on the YouTube side. Come on in then. I'll be live at 5 p.m. Central on Thursday. Come into that Straight Talk live stream then next into the new week, and I will make you blue. Yeah, I didn't realize you weren't blue, but yeah, I can't effectuate that at this minute. But if you want to drop your channel link, Georgianne, all you got to do is type AMP. The word it looks like it's the word AMP. Just type AMP into the chat, and Nightbot will drop your channel link if you want to share your link out with others to connect with. I think you pretty much will know most of the people that are in here already, but if there's somebody that you don't, feel free to just type AMP all you want and drop your channel link, and Nightbot will handle that. So, okay, let's take that off of there. All right, there we go. And let's see where we're at. Give me just a second, Joe. I'm getting back to where I was in the chat lineup. I haven't seen Stacy come in yet. I told him I was going live, so Stacy is my co-host. So hopefully 406 Minor will make it here shortly. Okay, so was that my last name, or what does it stand for? Okay, so that's the last I was at. Okay, so military-wise, you're asking me what branch was I in? I was in the Army. I served the Army for 10 years active duty, and then I got out. Yes, sir. Okay, hello everyone from Ray. Thank you, Nightbot, for reminding us about be kind, courteous, and respectful in the chat, and please observe the guideline rules. Well, most of us know to be kind and courteous. It's going to be generally for the newcomers that come onto the chat that have never been in here before. Sometimes there's a couple of people that don't follow the guidelines. So there we go. That's fine. Sweet. Hey, there's Jeff. How you doing, Jeff? Good to see you, my man. You've been busy camping lately. You're still out there in the camping field, or did you come on back home? All right. So Jeff typed AMP, and Nightbot took care and dropped Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla's link. So if you don't know Jeff and Tammy, please go on to follow their link, go to their channel, and go and subscribe to them. They are great people. Just like a lot of us that hang out on my channels. We got a lot of good, humble, and great and nice natured people. So definitely go and check them out if you don't know them. But I think most of y'all should know them. So if you don't, please go and check out Jeff and Tammy's channel. Everybody's still saying hello. Ray's dropping his link. And there's Ray's link. There's Stacy. Okay, he's telling me he's working on getting the laptop up. All righty there. There you go. Yeah, I know Georgianne knows Jeff and Tammy. Stacy, I'm going to drop the link to come up in the chat again here. I dropped it earlier, but we've scrolled up a few lines or two since that, so I'll drop it again for you. So whenever you're ready, my friend, you can come on up if you wish. Also, please take note of what Nightbot said here. I've been doing this as of late, where I've been inviting people to come up to be interviewed. That can also mean come up and be a panel guest as well too. But to be interviewed is more specific to the, hey, come up and let's do one-on-one interviewing where I interview you about your channel, how you got started, what you do. If you're into fitness, let's just say, how'd you get started into fitness, and what kind of a program did you do back then, and how has it changed from then to the current day, and stuff like that. So, I've done this with James, Master of None. I've done it with Jake of Deep North Adventures. I've done it with Adam of Sweating and Smiling Together over on the fitness side. And I have pretty soon up and coming Nate of Nate's Calisthenics Fitness. And Jake will be coming up on the fitness side to talk about an injury he had suffered, that I want people to come up and talk about that too, because it's just as important as talking about, what were your workout routines like. Well, it's also important to talk about injuries and how do you deal with injuries. Can you work through an injury or can you not? Or what else involved in that are you going through, and so forth, so on. So Jake will be up on the Muscle Up 2PR channel to also be interviewed about, his bicep tear that he has endured for the last 4 years and how that's going for him. So if you want to be interviewed, please get with me and let me know. Nightbot has got the link in there. If you email me from Asakura, it would be goldenmuscleprospects@gmail. And if you're on Muscle Up 2PR, if you happen to remember, this one is great, but on Muscle Up, it has its own email as well, which is in the channel description. You can go to muscleup2pr@gmail. So either way, just let me know and we can schedule it in and fit a time and or a day, more likely. Then we can go ahead and do that, because I go live for Straight Talk on Thursday evening and on Saturday evening here on this channel. And over on Muscle Up, it's whatever day of I'm live 6 days a week on Muscle Up. So it's just which day fits best. So please keep that in mind and consider that, so that way, if you want to be interviewed, let's do it. It's great for content, variety, and for watch hours for me. And everything's a win-win because it promotes you, it gets you out there, gives you FaceTime, and it's a win-win-win situation. And I truly believe that's the best for all of us. And that way I'm giving back to all the people that have helped me in that sense too. So let's schedule something up and let's do that. And then of course, I'm getting ready to drop the channel link again. So not the channel link, this live stream link. So people that want to come on up on panel tonight, since I don't have anything more to say than what I basically have already, just to have people come on up and we'll keep this live stream going. So other than that, let me take this one down. Okay, and see where everybody's at. Go Army. Yes, sir. It's been a while. I was in from 93 to 03. So I've been out for quite some time. So quite a while. And I would not go back and repeat it. But, it was what it was for the time it was. And thank goodness when I was in, it was during basically a peacetime. So I lucked out and didn't have to face any kind of a combat situation and all. But I did have one real world deployment. So, but that was peacekeeping. So, yeah. But I wouldn't go and repeat it. But my granddaughter, she's leaving tomorrow to go into basic training. She'll be doing basic up at Fort Leonard Wood. So she leaves tomorrow. And she just graduated high school just last week. So, yeah. So hopefully she'll be able to handle it and get through it with flying colors. She did good in school. I think she'll be able to handle basic and get through that, then get to her advanced training and into a permanent duty station. I think she'll be fine. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, Georgianne dropped her link, so there's Georgianne's link. Okay, Jeff said he's been camping and working and all sorts of things. looking for Bigfoot too, I would take it. Family is up right now from all over the world. Dad's turning 80. Oh, wow. Yeah. My dad this year is turning 80, and I'll be turning 60 6 days after him. So yeah, yeah, that's awesome. People getting up to them upper ages like that. You know, I spent that 2 years taking care of Dad and helping him get his health under control again and getting the cataract surgeries that he needed. So, yep, yeah, my dad will be 80 as well. Having a couple of issues. Stand by. Okay, Stacy. Okay. Nightbot reminding everybody that we're trying to reach a goal to be able to offer memberships and super chats. So thank you very much for everybody who's been helping us out. Yeah, James is awesome. He makes me laugh. Yeah, James is a good and funny guy. He certainly is. I was proud to have him as my first interviewing guest, or my first interviewee guest. Yeah, that was great. We really did well with that. And they came up for a second week when Jake was not able to get with us because his email was delayed. James filled in and came up again, you know. So James has become a recurring guest, and I welcome him each and every at any and every time that he wants to come up. So yeah, definitely a good guy, without question. So type the letters AM&P into the chat. We'll drop your channel links. Thank you so much. Anybody that doesn't happen to be that YouTube blue color, I cannot change you over being on StreamYard. I have to be on YouTube to do it. So Thursday night, if you come into Straight Talk when we do it on Thursday at 5 p.m. Central, and show up, I can make you blue then. So just keep that in mind. But I know I already mentioned that to Georgianne because I see Georgianne's not blue. But by typing AM&P, you can still share your channel link and everything too. Yep, there's my other channel, Muscle Up 2 PR. So if you're not subscribed to that channel, please go over there and subscribe to it. Appreciate it. We're live every day over there on Muscle Up, except for Sunday. Sunday is our rest day. Yeah, I know you're not turning 60, Jeff. Yeah, that's me who's turning 60. Yeah, that's 6 months away now. Half a year, I'll be 60. I can't believe I'm going into my 6th decade. I just can't. Now, where has all that time gone? It has gone by in the blink of an eye, or as I say these days, a Thanos snap. Hey, Mary, how are you doing tonight? How's it going? Yep. Oh, I'm keeping the talk going, Stacy. Don't worry about it. If you make it, you make it. You don't, you don't. Now somebody will come up. I'm going to pop the channel link. I keep calling it the channel link. I guess it's nothing wrong with saying channel link. I'll drop the live stream link into the chat in just a second. I'm trying to catch up to the chat. How have you been? Ray is asking Georgianne. Yeah, we're all old people. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Especially when all our heroes. I mean, you know, I'm wearing my Captain Kirk Goldenrod command shirt. You know, it just doesn't have the Enterprise emblem. You know, the little angled star or whatever the shield thing they wore on the chest. Yeah, so you know, a lot of my Star Trek heroes are gone. You know, there's only 3 of them left out of the originals, and it's amazing. Shatner is as old as he is, and he's still kicking. You know, what, 94, 95 years old, and that's incredible. You know, that's just like one of my favoriteest pastors, Chuck Swindoll. He's 91, and of course he's retired out of his positions and everything now. He still has a little hands-on with his radio ministry and such, but man, it's hard to believe he's 91 and he's still going. You know, it's incredible, but it's sobering too, because it's like all of our childhood heroes and, you know, people that we are so accustomed to are up there in age or passing on, And it's like, man, are you just kidding me? That's just like Mark Leonard not too long ago. He passed. And that's the guy who played Sarek, which is Spock's father. And he also appeared in the Next Generation for a couple of episodes, too. You know, I was sad to know that he passed away. Yeah, he was a good actor. Okay. So let's see. Speak for yourself, bad dad. Oh, Mary. Yes, I'm surprised James is not here yet. Or Heath. Okay. So everybody's still saying hello back and forth to everybody. You passed 60 by a little. Catching up to you. I'm not that far behind, Georgianne. There's Nightbot reminding everybody to type AM&P into the chat to drop your link. The Peanut Butter King. Hello there. Yo, all you people. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to Asakura Mining and Prospecting. We're here on, we call this segment right now Straight Talk. So that's what we're just doing. We're just straight talking. It's so hard to go to urgent care Wednesday. Found out. Oh, yeah. Hey, at least there's some positive in that, Mary. So that's good to know. I hope everything is going to go well with that. So yeah, just keep taking care of yourself and keep me up to date what's going on. I'd certainly be praying for you. Certainly keep me up to date. You've got my email, so email me anytime. If you, I don't remember if you got WhatsApp. You should have that. If you don't, I can give it to you. So if you got WhatsApp, you can stay in touch with me as well too. That's faster than email, but either one works, whatever you're comfortable with. But let me know what's going on with you there, so I can keep you prayed up and everything. So definitely. Hey, Chu, how are you doing tonight? Good to see you. There's a few of y'all here that have come in tonight, and I see that y'all are not blue handled like some of the others are. I'm not on YouTube tonight, so I can't change y'all's status over to blue, which is making you a standard mod. I have to be on YouTube to do that. So if you all will remember to come on Straight Talk on Thursday evening, which I started at 5 p.m. Central. I do it an hour sooner than this one on Saturday evening. Saturday, we do it at 6 p.m. But on Thursday, I'm an hour earlier for Straight Talk. If you'll come into that live stream then, or if you only come on next Saturday, whichever. Well, next Saturday, I want to try and stay on StreamYard. So if you come on Thursday, I'll be on YouTube. I can change your status and make you blue, make you a standard mod. So, because I've seen some of y'all's names quite a bit, so I know a lot of who y'all are, and I have no problem making y'all a standard mod, but I cannot do it being on StreamYard. I'd have to be broadcasting from YouTube to be able to do it. So just remember that if you would. All right, Stacy's still trying. Let me go ahead and post the link for Stacy to be able to come up if StreamYard will behave on me. And some reason I got to hit this arrow twice, and I don't know why. All right, that should be in there, but let me finish scrolling. Okay, Stacy told me stand by. Ray Crump is answering Georgianne. Georgianne said she's got prayers going up for you as well, Mary. So thank you. Thank you, Georgianne. All right. Sounds like Stacy's backstage. I couldn't remember what the word was. I was going to say back doors, but yeah, it's backstage. So there we go. There he is.
Okay, we're on.
Welcome to the chat, here, my co-host. Yes, sir. 406 Miner. So you're back for a while now from your camping?
Oh yeah, I'm home. We came home day before yesterday.
Okay. some reason my volume's a little lower, so give me a moment to go, and hopefully I don't get booted. Now that you're here, I can do this.
Yeah, I got like two devices kind of balanced
There we
on
go.
each other, so I can see chat. I'm streaming off my phone, and yeah.
Okay, at least you got something working. Okay,
Yeah,
well, that's
for the
good
moment.
for the moment. Sweet, that'll work. All right, so let's see what's going on in the rest of the chat here. So,
Mary's in here. How's it going? Bad idea. How's it going?
you're welcome, Mary. You're very welcome. Okay, anybody else that wants to come up, the link is there, so you can come up and be on panel with Stacy and me. Stacy is my co-host, and he's also a moderator for the channel. So, he should be able to add you into the thing, or I guess maybe not. Maybe I have to handle if somebody's backstage.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
think well, there's two different kinds of moderators. There's the standard and then the other one. I think you have to be the other one to
Okay. I'll have to
yeah.
see about working on. All right. Well, either way, Stacy's handling, the talking to the chat and keeping things up to date and letting me know if there's a question I missed that somebody might be asking or something. So he's a good friend. I've known him a long time, and he's certainly a co-host and everything else. So I appreciate what he can help me with here and everything else too, and appreciate that he supports me and believes in my channel and with what
Hey,
we're
no
doing
problem,
too.
man.
So thank you so much. Okay, so anybody else wants to come up, the link there is in the chat, and I can drop it again to anybody that needs it. So the invitation is there. It's open floor, open panel. So if you feel inclined to come on up and help add to our content for tonight, please do.
Well, like I was saying earlier on your Muscle Up channel, it's fine the first little while if you have your buckets with those small handles. Please, change to those bigger handles. Even if you take the handle off and put just a piece of pipe, PVC pipe or something, it makes a world of difference. You don't have to spend a lot of money, changing up your handles.
Oh, certainly so. Especially if you're bringing up wet cons from the river and the parking lot is 70 feet uphill above you, like our club claim was. Try dragging 80 pounds, 90 pounds, full 5-gallon buckets up that grade and to the parking lot up there and being a dozen or more buckets. That
And
stuff.
even from where like tree hole to the creek is 40 feet, but yet I have to carry it up out of the hole and then carry the 30 or 40 feet to the sluice. During that day, that little tiny handle cuts in, and heaven forbid they break. And then you got that, like you were saying, you just have that chunk of wire, and that is the worst.
And that wire just has a habit of just digging in to your doggone finger digits and everything else, especially when it's like 80, 90 pounds wet weight going uphill for, 70, 80 feet. That's just awful. Yeah, absolutely. That's why when you had mentioned that, I was like, oh wait, yeah, let me show, because I can showcase that difference that you mentioned. And it's like, I got it right here. Let me show you what he's saying. Yeah, get that plastic.
Just those
it's
little
a split.
things are just amazing. Help during the day.
Definitely so.
Mary says she goes to her local store and asks the bakery for their frosting buckets. That's a great idea too.
Yeah. Because if it's a plastic-based round handle, it's certainly better than a wire handle or metal handle. But yeah, I bought them packages that had the split halves that It has like 3 to the pack or whatever the number is, and then you just take the old little plastic thing off, and then you put that one on and put those two halves together, and then you got a doggone big fat thing that's about almost practically an inch around,
Oh
which
yeah.
makes far better comfort for the hand to lift that kind of bucket and weight. Yeah, absolutely. But also the thing I mentioned too about the buckets in and of themselves, you know,
Yep.
those buckets are painter's buckets, so they're the thicker mill. So you go to Home Depot or you go to Lowe's and you buy what buckets they sell, they're much, much, much thinner and they
Right.
break easy, especially if they got any kind of rock, especially big cobbles in them. They will break as soon as they hit the ground, boom, bust open. So if you can find any spare tossed painter's buckets, and you can go to any apartment communities that are doing repainting, especially the exteriors, and all those guys, the painters are just going to toss them buckets into the dumpster. So shoot, that's all I did was dumpster dive. That's why I had 700 plus buckets,
Yeah.
you know. And then when I had to move, I sold a bunch of them off for $1 a bucket. So I made pure straight profit,
Well,
even
yeah.
though it was only $1. But I didn't pay nothing for those buckets. I just spent the time go across the street to the apartment complex that was painting. And man, you know, I got 450 buckets from that.
Yeah,
So
they give you more buckets than you need. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I was asking them, hey, are y'all finished with this stuff here? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you want them all? Yeah, I want them all because it's latex.
Yeah.
So what's
And
good about that?
and half the time 3 or 4 of them are still full, so you get free paint too.
That too. But I mean, all of it is basically latex. So you just let it dry out for a couple of days, and then you can peel the rest of the paint out,
Peel it out.
and you
Yep.
throw that away, and then you still got a fantastic, good bucket that's strong and thick in the plastic. Man, it's no wonder I had 700 plus buckets. So yeah, I was lucky. When I used to work at the storage place there in Colorado Springs, surrounded by 3 apartment complexes, and they were all doing repainting.
They're always painting, yeah.
So that was a lot of free buckets that I got because every night I'd go across the street, go dumpster dive. And I'm not talking about just the regular kind of dumpsters. I'm talking about the big roll-off bins.
Right.
Because they were also doing remodels, for the apartment places too. New fixtures and things and whatever else's. So they had the big roll-offs. So it was nothing to go dumpster diving in that sense, climb up that little ladder on the back and then get a whole bunch of them and chunk them back over. And man, I'd be carrying armloads, 10, 15 buckets in each arm going back to the storage.
Oh yeah.
So that always worked out pretty good. But yeah, let me scroll this chat some more so I don't miss anything. The link was the last I was.
Mary's, yeah. Mary
Oh
says,
man.
they're free and she's cheap. So that's not being cheap. That's being frugal.
Don't tell James that, Mary.
Frugal.
Oh man. Stacy always makes a good sidekick. Uh-oh.
Or to kick me to the side.
Yeah, I was wondering I wondered what her context is on that one. Well, don't kick me in the side, because you kick me in the side, I'm going to double over. My side's always hurting. That's been one of my problems as to, my condition here and everything. Why I can't really, that's part of why I can't pick up work here is, I can't do a lot of stuff that requires me to be on my feet all day.
Like I say, I've overdone it, so I'm doing the old
acetaminophen.
And
Yep. I chew that stuff like candy. Absolutely. But don't do that with ibuprofen. Ibuprofen will rip your kidneys and cause bleeding into your urine, which it did to me while I was working at the grocery store taking care of Dad. I took a little too much of that, and that ibuprofen, I had blood in my urine. Well. Yeah, I had blood in my urine. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and then I had to backtrack what was I doing and figure out, and eventually got it nailed down to it was the ibuprofen. So I
Yeah.
stopped ibuprofen. I've not had the problem ever since.
Susan, how's it going? Good to see you.
Okay, so let me see. I've got to
Bad
scroll downward
idea.
now. Let's see.
He liked it when he
Yep.
lived in Denver. He got to go to Colorado Springs quite often. Yeah, the Springs were cool. I lived
Springs is
in Denver
nicer.
too.
Yeah, the Springs is not as crowded as Denver. So it's a little nicer to get around. Plus, you're at the foothills of Pikes Peak.
Yeah, well, I guess, well, when I lived in Denver, back in like 89, or I mean 98, we lived in Lakewood, and Lakewood was a nice area. And now I've heard it's kind of gone to the holy hell, you know what I mean?
Hmm. And Georgianne had said that she uses the pool noodle for her handle. Okay, when we were talking about the bucket handles, I guess that would work. At least it give you some cushion for a while. I don't know how long the pool noodle would last. That's more of a foam.
Yeah, we lived, over like 6 in Wadsworth.
Hmm.
So, and I've heard it's not as a nice place when we lived there.
Yeah. Oh, that was Susanna that you were saying. I was wondering what Susan you were talking to. Yeah,
Oh,
that's Susanna from the Philippines. She always comes and gives support to my channels and everything, and I support her as often as I can. So she's my Philippine supporter. One of the first Filipinos I got to know, Filipinas, since it's a
well,
she.
hello.
Yeah, she's a good person. Thank you, Susanna, for coming on in. I appreciate you dropping in to join the chat if you'd like. I've got the link out there, so anybody that's interested to come up on panel, you may come up. It's open floor and open panel night, so feel inclined, please come on up and add to the conversation.
Yes, Georgianne, I am in Montana. I'm actually in Missoula, Western Montana.
Yep. Okay, I'm caught up to everybody, so yeah,
All right,
Georgianne had
Jim.
asked if you were.
What got you into gold mining?
Oh, good question. So what got me into gold mining? So here's the interesting beginning to that. So way back in 1980, my mother had I don't know how the direction or thing got into, it was buy me a necklace to let me pick it out. And, how or what, I guess, to say that it became it was going to be a cross or whatever. I don't know, but I'll eventually go pull it and I'll show it the next time. I'll try to remember to bring it out for show and tell. But anyway, I found one that I liked, and it was a cross within a cross for the way it was etched on it. And that was my first actual physical piece of gold. It was just gold jewelry. It was only 14 karat. So, it wasn't by no means pure, but still, that was my first touchings onto it being supposedly gold. It was probably more plated than anything else. But that 1980 is when gold first hit $800 an ounce back in those days, and everybody freaked out with that, and that was like really wild because what was it, like $35 or $40 an ounce well before that? So all of a sudden it jumped up so high to 800. But either way, that was my first touch into having something that was of gold. And then it'd be a much longer time going into the military. Back then, it was a family of me, my wife, and 2 kids at the time. It was to go in to take care of them and provide steady pay and benefits for them. And so when I reached my first duty station in '94, we was in where was it, about 40 miles southwest of Savannah, Georgia. So being stationed there, we had cable TV and whatever. And then on one of the channels, this program came up, and it was called, I think it was Tom Massey's Gold Fever. And they had this
gold fever,
real
fever. I
yeah,
remember that.
it had this real funny song, go, 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 fever, 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 go, go, go. And my wife at the time and I, we just kind of cracked up about the song and everything. And I'm watching this show and I'm watching this guy, and I don't remember where it was at, what grounds. I don't know if it was sluicing or dredging or what, but it was placer gold mining. And I'm looking and watching them dig into this ground and whatever, and then showing, they had some nice pieces and whatever. So I don't know where Tom Massey was. I can only assume it'd be California for the bigger pieces they had. But I'm looking and watching what they're doing. And then I looked over at my wife at the time and I said, man, I wouldn't be caught dead digging in the ground for that shit. So I was like, no way on earth am I going to go and do anything like that. So fast forward 20 plus years. So I'm going to college for the second time, and my church buddies, because it was Bible college. So my church buddies, one of which was going to the Bible college as well, but he had quite a few of the guys I knew within our congregation anyway. They were in this gold club, and so Smiley, that was his nickname. Smiley had one day brought to one of our classes, because it was kind of a show and tell kind of thing. He ended up bringing a vial with, all kinds of different pieces of placer gold in there, quite a few different varying sizes and everything, to real small dust as well. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, man, wow, that's really neat. Man, I didn't expect it to look like that and to be like that and whatever else. And he's like, oh yeah, man, you ought to come out with us sometime. Calvin and the guys and whatever. Yeah, we go all the time. We got this local club, so come on with us. And that's how it got started. So I went with them on one outing, and it was back-to-back outings, 2 weekends. The first time out with them, it went right into dredging. Calvin had his 4-inch dredge that was a model and make of something of a design from the 50s, and Smiley was running the 3-inch. And then the following week, we were high banking. And that was my introduction into getting into messing with and playing with placer gold mining. And I've been hooked since.
Yeah.
So
But before that,
that's my
I
beginning.
wouldn't dig in the dirt for that crap.
No. Say you got to say it right if you're going to quote me. I wouldn't be caught dead digging in the ground for that shit. Be careful what you say, because the next thing you know, you're going to end up doing it, and you find out it's all you ever wanted to be in life when you finally grew up. Talk about irony, right?
Yep.
And that's exactly how it happened for me. And now that's been since 2012. So 2012, I officially got into going placer gold mining and became a member of that gold club, and started going on my own outings, started doing my research, looking up other places in and around the area, going with them whenever they went, going on my own, taking that learning curve, putting it to practice and everything else, got better at panning. And yeah, I've been doing it since 2012. So I've been doing it for quite a little while. But I got started, my introduction was 4-inch dredge and then a high banker right out the gate. So,
I grew up, my dad did some gold panning and sluicing and that kind of stuff. But him and my grandpa and my uncles were into metal detecting.
mhm.
And so we spent a lot of weekends, they called it, well, there's a park right down next to the river. Now it's a big there's a carousel and everything else. It just used to be a big grass park. They always called it Dog Poop Park because nobody cleaned up after their dogs.
Yeah,
I'm using the G-rated. Well, they actually called it Dog Shit Park, and we'd spend hours down there, metal detecting, and the big thing was, who could find the most money, and then the oldest coin.
Yep. Yeah, that's interesting. Definitely an interesting thing.
Well, dug a lot of beer tabs, the old school, peel them off, beaver tail ones.
Yep.
That's what
I
they
remember
had
those
when I was a kid. None of these pop offs.
You could actually take the ring of the thing and use it as a little flicking frisbee. Flick it across the
take
room.
A bunch of them, fold them all together, and make beer can chains.
Make kite tails out of them.
Gum wrapper chains. Wow, I'm really dating myself.
Jose, most of the gold findings is in Walmart's parking lot. Well, I don't think I've ever found any gold in Walmart, but well, anybody want to come on up? The link is dropped into the chat there, so please feel free to come on up and join us here on panel. Unless a lot of people are out and taking advantage of the weekend, since last weekend was the Memorial Day weekend, the official, the unofficial start of summer.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys up at I'm not sure which. I think it might be. I'm not sure. Yeah, up at Gold Camp. I was flipping through earlier, and they were doing a live.
I know. I heard some people went to Indiana, and then I think some other people are getting ready to have an Ohio meet. So I know there's a few functions going on, but I'm guessing everybody's out taking advantage of the weekend and getting out while the warmer season's here and getting to doing some prospecting and sluicing.
I don't know. It's been pouring for 3 days here.
Oh, has it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is you're trying to keep that fire going in the fire pit and all, and I remember seeing that when the rain was coming on down. Did it stay lit? Did you manage to keep it going?
It stayed lit all night.
Okay. I didn't know if it doused on you or not.
Oh yeah, it got pretty wet in the middle of the night. She was thundering and lightning and coming down there for a while. Just ran over.
What are your low temperatures out there right now? Still in the 50s?
It was up camping in the mornings. You could see your breath. It was down in the 30s.
Oh, it did it? Okay.
Yeah, but you got to remember where I'm at right now is 3,200. Up there is probably 5,200.
Oh yeah.
There was still snow on the side of the road in a few spots.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know what kind of elevation you were sitting at. So yeah, but that explains the temperature. Yeah.
And
yeah, that's why you had the big logs in there being burned.
Oh yeah.
You put the big one in, keep it going all night. You don't have to
big punky logs, those big punky tree stumps, and cut them down and get the fire going good, and you throw that on and just let her smoke all night.
Yep. Is there anybody else out there in chat land that has any stories or anything that they want to bring up? Anything that you got on y'all's minds, or do y'all want to come up and be on panel? Please take advantage of that and go ahead and do so. So I haven't seen a whole lot of people into the chat here.
Yeah, chat hasn't moved in just a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know whoever else might or might not be live tonight. I don't think anything special was going on. I know Jake was doing a live stream a little bit earlier, but I don't think he stayed on too long.
Aquadonkey's live. I think he's playing guitar.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh
that'll
yeah,
have
they got a big garage jam. They got 15 watching. All Things Country had a premiere, but he's done. I'm not really seeing any.
So let me ask you this, Stacy, since you put those couple of videos out just in the last couple of days now and everything, that material that you were running in the sluice and everything else, is that stuff there that's right there in that little creek channel or whatever, or is that coming from more upslope on the mountainside?
Well, actually, when you before the video before when is like the first day with my buddy Mike and that kind of stuff, it shows tree hole where I'm digging down.
Yeah,
we've coyoted in, but the ceiling collapsed.
yeah.
So that's like
that looked like
the
ancient river,
sand and that kind of stuff that I'm having to dig back out. There's gold in it, as we've seen. For I can get back down to where I was. It just, the freeze thaw and
right.
And it's coyoted out, it's 5 feet down, 8 feet back, in the dirt,
Yeah.
One of these times I'm going to go back there and there's going to be something living in it.
Yeah, that looked like an ancient river channel, or
They had actually dredged that whole valley down through there.
Oh, okay.
A long time ago. And after that,
so
the Chinese, or I don't know who, came in, and we actually just below camp there have hand stacked walls, rock walls.
Yeah.
And the area that we're digging up by Tree Hole there, we figured they had dammed that up for a water supply.
That might explain all that rocks and everything. Yeah.
And so, we figured that was either a holding pond, or that's where they came down and then they dropped and then they moved the dredge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we don't think there's anybody who has really been up there. We think we're digging virgin ground, but you never know.
Looking at the size of a lot of that cobble and everything else, I mean, I kind of want to think that that's tailings, the dredge tailings and such. But
I don't know. There's some rocks up there the size of a Volkswagen that.
Well, yeah, then that could be virgin ground then, like you're saying. Yeah, I'd have to get an overview, because I mean, I don't have no context of what your ground looks like other than that quick video shot.
Right.
So, first glance, it just looked like it was an ancient river channel, ancient riverbed.
Well, and it is. It's creek bottom.
Yeah.
The creeks ran there for hundreds of thousands of years.
Right.
But then if you go upstream, you can see, as you come down the road, you can see that they've gone and there is dredge tailing piles.
That's definitely a good place to check. So it certainly is. Because those dredges, they were fairly effective in getting the big stuff, but a lot of small stuff fell out through the wayside. So you're doing right by being in that part of it and everything to check what's there. Certainly so. Yeah, that's a long. I've seen a lot of dredge tailings and piles and things from the dredges that ran in Colorado, especially along the Breckenridge area and all that, because there's a guy from the late 1800s that brought dredge boats to Colorado. So we got quite a bit of information and history on that and everything. And just to see the immensity of those tailing piles from those dredges, it's just incredible. So much gold that they missed.
Yeah, and then if you go down below our claim. There's another claim. That's Two Guns' claim. And below him, there's tailing piles that are probably 25, 30 feet high that are just
Yeah.
laying that are right next to the road too. So
Oh man, I'd be having a field day out and all that stuff. I definitely got to get out your way, Stace.
oh yeah,
Especially,
like I say, come on up, man. And then
I'm
when in doubt,
I'm trying to find my way to do it because it just hit 90 degrees down here today, and that's way too hot for me. I can't do that kind of heat. Way too
and
hot.
then we can do the notorious hike to Spider Mine.
Yep. Yep. Oh man, we'd be moving some ground. I promise you that. We'll definitely be moving some ground.
Spider Mine's a lot of fun.
And like I said, I've got 2 gold cubes. I've got a 4 stack and a 5 stack. So be able to supercon a lot of material. Especially when the
one
gold
thing with the
drops
Spider
down
Mine
to
stuff, we got to drag it. It has to come down a mile downhill.
That's no problem.
We just drag it down in like ice sleds or regular like winter kid sleds. That we found out that's the easiest way.
Yeah, that's easy.
Throw it in ore sacks and drag it down. And
well, it's definitely I've got a granddaughter that's getting ready to have a birthday here, I think on the 9th. Guess what? Tomorrow's the 1st.
I think
no,
so.
Tomorrow's the 31st, then it's the 1st. So yeah, so in under 2 weeks, I got a granddaughter having a birthday here. And other than that, I don't remember what my daughter-in-law's due date is, but it's not too much terribly longer before the new baby comes. I'm going to do what I can to try and get back out west there, even if it's just for a short visit and whatever, to kind of get a lay of the land and see what's available, what's not available, what I might be able to get into or whatever. And, have at least some information in my head and not go in there completely dumb and blind.
Right. Start to formulate a plan.
Yeah. And then make some acquaintances as well, too. It's kind of what I did with Arizona. I've been to Arizona like 7 times. And when I first went, we befriended quite a few people and all that. And they invited me along to come on into where they were actually mining and everything else. And I helped them out. I got on the jackhammer and was helping them bust up some rock and whatever else. And at the end of that day, they let me have a little bit of pickings. And I'm like, no, you choose what I get if you're going to let me have anything at all, because I'm grateful enough that you allow me to come up on the claim that you have here and just see and be a part with you guys. If you're going to let me take some gold or whatever, it's your divvy, not my divvy. You divvy it up.
And then, on top of that, there's a bunch more great guys, in our gold club, which is free to join. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I definitely need to do that, as far as coming out that way as well. And all that is, to make a lot of acquaintances and get known and everything else, because you never know who knows somebody that, hey, yeah, man, come on, I'll take care of this for you. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that's how it kind of worked with Arizona. Them guys really appreciated it because there was a big 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch piece. They called it popcorn gold because it looked like a kernel of popcorn.
Wow.
And it was 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. And they were going to let me have my picking, and that would have been in my choice of selection. But, the humbleness of me was like, no, that wouldn't be right for me just to go in and to have that. You let me be on your claim. No, you choose what I get, because that's only fair. I would want that piece. Back then, that was a $60 piece.
Yeah.
So, and they appreciated that with me. And, I stayed in touch with them a good bit, went back a couple more times. So I learned a good bit about some of that desert and dry washing environment that they were in and all that. And that was, quite beneficial and quite well to do. No, you're not getting on that. No, not until I'm done. So, but yeah, I definitely need to come and do due diligence and see the lay of the land, get to know things and the placement of stuff, and that way have a good idea of what I'm getting into and what I can commit to and what I maybe can't commit to. And yeah,
don't want to jump in both feet and find out the water's over your head.
But anything to get out, please go to another room for right now. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely got to get out of Louisiana though, because there's zero here for me. Absolutely zero, especially this town. So, and a 6.5 hour drive to just get to Alabama Gold Camp, and that's small gold like Colorado's small. So, well, it doesn't look like we've had a lot of chat activity. Have you kept your eye on the chat?
Yeah, last one was Mary just a little bit ago.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't see a lot of activity. I'm pretty much at the bottom of the chat there too. But does anybody have anything they want to add into the conversation there, or bring up a topic or anything you want us to talk about? Since we don't have any takers for coming up on panel. How far are we in right now? An hour and 15?
16.
Hour 16. Okay, so well, we can take it for a few more minutes and see if we get anybody else. And other than that, I think we're going to end up calling it a day here before we get to an hour and a half. And
okay, I got to hit the head real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. So yeah, just to reiterate to everybody, I'm inviting people to be able to come up to whether they want to be interviewed for the channel, not only just this channel, but also my other channel, Muscle Up 2 PR, whether you're into fitness or not, or whether you're into gold mining or not. We can talk about other topics, and it's open topic as well. So I encourage everybody that would like to be interviewed in that sense. That way you come up and we promote you along, find out, how you got started, what your channel is about. And, if you're like into mining or fitness or whatever, how'd you get started and what do you do different today than you used to do from before and all that. So it'll be a great time to spotlight you. It's a good open opportunity for me to be able to give back for all those who've been helpful to me to promote you as such. And then it does good for me also that it helps bring watch hours and everything. So, we want this to be a good staple and common thing that we do, as well as being able to bring people up on panel. And in fact, we got a knock at the back door. So let's bring in Mr. Joe, the Bad Idea Lab.
Hello, guys.
There he is. Welcome, my brother. Welcome to Asakura Mining and Prospecting Straight Talk, my friend. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How's it going, man?
I wanted to tell you guys a story.
Okay, go ahead. Floor is yours.
My birthday comes up later in the year, and my daughter kind of spilled the beans. She's going to be back here in 2 days. I'm super excited. But she spilled the beans on what she's getting for my birthday, and she said, "I'm getting you another panning kit." And I'm like, "Oh, you better get a pink one because you're going to pan Daddy's pay dirt."
Awesome.
Keep her busy.
Yes, indeed. So what else you got going on there?
Oh, I don't know. Just anxious on her moving back. She's gonna kill me. Y'all are all welcome to my funeral whenever she sees what I've done in this house over the last year. But I mean, I turned her bedroom into a storage room. So, I'm dead meat already.
So she's gonna have to sleep on the sofa.
I don't know. I'm 3 beds in the house. I sleep on the floor.
Okay.
On my chair. Just,
Hey, modern Michigan prospector. How you doing, Calvin? Good to see you in the chat there. Welcome to our chat, Straight Talk here. Feel free to come up and join us. I'll drop the link in there again as well. So if you got available time, come on up on panel before we end up saying our goodbyes to everybody. So good to see you, Calvin. If I can get my phone to act right. There we go.
I'm surprised that Mike cobbled together thing is holding together so pretty much stable. This is good.
Doggone it. Some reason the link's not wanting to drop for me. Didn't do anything that made it drop it out of memory. I gotta go and do something else. Hold on for a minute there. Yeah, if you type AM&P into the chat, it will drop your channel link. So feel free to drop your links, everyone. But yeah, go ahead, Joe. Go. Whatever else you were talking about there. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just saw Modern Michigan Prospector in.
Oh, okay. I've got one that I'm going to throw out an invite. Now,
Okay.
it happens at the crack of dawn, basically, Central Time Zone, on the best of the best coin community, which is Ida Herring She Shop. And right now, we are doing sponsoring St. Jude's for the Tulsa Coin Show. But we're about to transition over to Wounded Warriors. And I've commissioned my son to 3D print 2 figurines, one for the lab and one to go to donation. A fallen angel, which is a soldier on his knee with angel wings. And they go to, or at least one of them goes to Wounded Warriors. But, I mean, you guys should come in and visit us if you're up early in the morning, Monday through Friday. And it's like 6:20, I think. But trivia, games, she's a sweetheart. So a lot of people are like, aren't you embarrassed by being part of the She Shop? I'm like, no. I know myself better than that. Anyway, that's what I had to say. Where'd everyone go? You guys out there? Oh, there you are. Thank God.
Yeah, I had to go and close the door real fast. I'm sorry. Oh, Stacy dropped.
Don't leave me in charge of the stream.
But that might be a good idea to leave you in charge. But go ahead, my friend. Go ahead.
Yesterday, my daughter made a joke, the one that's moving back, and I kind of gave an evil laugh, and so did she, and then it wasn't the best joke, but it fit, and I'm like, I'm glad we weren't live. And she's like, well, I'm Death's daughter. What am I gonna do?
So when's she supposed to come back?
Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Her friend brings the first load with her back. We unload it. Since, they're not letting me drive right now. And then we ride back towards Oklahoma City. I buy lunch for everyone. I'm thinking pizza. We got a good buffet. And then brain fart. Squirreled hard there. Anyway, we ride back up there, get the second load, bring her back, and then her friend still has to go home. We're talking like 9 hours behind the wheel. I'm actually thinking about just buying her a hotel room for the night. Yeah, it's great. I can't wait until I get my butt kicked.
Okay. Hello, Annie. Good to see you. Thank you for coming into the chat. I didn't want to wait too long to be able to tell you hello, but I wanted Joe to be able to talk about what he was talking about too. So thank you so much for coming in today for the chat and everything. If you want to come on up, the link is in the chat. If you want to come up and be alongside with us. We'll probably be on for just a little bit longer here. We're almost at an hour and a half. So
Yep. 126.
Yep. So she's coming to you on Monday. I've got a granddaughter leaving tomorrow to go into the military, go into basic training. So
Cool.
she's going to be doing basic. She'll be doing basic up there at Fort Leonard Wood. And then I think she goes to Fort Hood for her advanced training for AIT. She's going into civil engineering.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yep. That's a good choice because that way she can find work. She'll definitely find work if she ever gets out, or whenever she gets out. She'll be able to land jobs in that kind of career field.
I always tell people, go into the Air Force and tell them you want to be a dentist. Have the military pay for your dentistry, and then for you can be a dentist and then come out into the civilian world. There you go.
Yeah. They're definitely making some money.
Option.
Even optometrists and everything making some decent money.
Electrician.
Right here, we're right behind the night clinic right here at the house here. I definitely need to get an updated glasses prescription if I can afford it.
Yeah, I know. Mine are so bad.
Well,
I got them JB welded together, and they're still not holding together.
Yeah. Go ahead, Joe.
I'm only at 70%, and optometry and dental are still not there until I get 100%. So I got to prove I'm a little more insane or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, where's mine? I can't see without my glasses on.
You gotta remember, Mary's in the chat there.
JB Weld and everything else,
Yeah. Mine's super glued there at that juncture.
But it's my own damn fault, I get busy and miss my eye appointments, So yeah, it's my own fault.
Well, Mary, I have to say, Mary, this is not going to bode well for you because the jury has been out on whether Nightbot should be nice to you or not. So it's certainly not going to make Nightbot be any nicer.
Nightbot needs to be nicer to Mary is my vote.
Well, I took out all those other comments that Nightbot was making and everything else, and links. Now he just talks about my channels, and it's obviously still giving Mary consternation.
Oh, I think she just likes stirring up Nightbot.
Could be. Well, any other takers that want to come up on chat there? I think Joe needed to take a quick break, and
Smoke break.
the link is in the chat if anybody else wants to come up, or if not, we're probably going to get ready to wrap this up and everything. As obviously a lot of people are out in the field and enjoying the weekend and getting away and getting back into doing their panning and sluicing and prospecting. So, but if we got any more takers, the link is there if you want to join us. Uh-oh.
Mary's comment. I'm home alone. I have to fight with something.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Oh, that was awesome, Mary.
Oh man. Oh God. And James is missing this. I can't believe it. He always misses it when things get really good. I'm home alone, so I have to fight with something.
Did you see my
And Heath is not even in here.
I know.
She usually fights with Heath.
I know. I think he's probably at Gold Camp.
I don't know. I don't know. I only know a few of the guys had plans. I don't know if a lot of people had plans. I don't know.
No,
I think
Mary. No,
oh, now Nightbot's definitely going to get on you about that one.
I wish I could see chat right now.
Oh my goodness. Are you still with us, Joe, or did you take a quick time out?
I'm taking a smoke break, but I'm here.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure. I didn't know. Okay. There you go. Well, since we're finding out some of our members are up to extracurricular activity.
TMI.
This is only tobacco.
Let me ask, Mary. I mean, I know I put it out there to you before, but do you want to come up? The channel link is the panel link is there if you want to come up on panel with us and add to our content here. If not, I'm at 132, so we'll take it to about 145 and we'll call it good there, and we'll say our goodbyes at that point. So we got about another 10, 12 minutes of talk time. If anybody's interested to come on up and be a part of the panel, or anything, want to bring up any topics or questions in the chat, please do so.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Okay. Also, let me say again, I thank everybody for being helpful to my channels, both Asakura Mining and Muscle Up 2PR, to help us in that area of watch hours and everything for the channels. We should be getting closer to breaking over 500 watch hours. Muscle Up will certainly hit that probably tonight, because it was at 496 the last I checked on it, and Asakura is at 480 watch hours currently, so it'll probably take us another couple of days to get those watch hours built up for this channel to cross over 500 watch hours. So I certainly thank everyone for their help in helping me get watch hours going, and to get up to that level of being near 500 watch hours is super. We still got a long way to go, but definitely, keep inviting people to come share this out. Come be a part of what we're doing, help add to the variety in the content. It doesn't always have to be about fitness. It doesn't always have to be about gold mining. It can be whatever you want to talk about. So certainly appreciate everybody and all their help. And let's help get some subscribers as well and get us out of these low 300s that we're in and start getting it closer, because we need 500 overall. So thank you everyone who's been helpful to my channels and helping out. That's very well appreciated from me. And Yeah, it's all thanks to you all to where we stand today. 315 subscribers on the channel and 480 watch hours currently on this channel. And we still got a long way to go, but we will get there. So thank you so much, everyone. Mary said not tonight. She's stuffing her face. Okay. And
Oh,
James is busy at 7-Eleven, so we can't have James come in. And Joe's still on smoke break. So you got anything else you want to add in, Stacy, or anything you want to bring up and talk
I
about
have
or thank people?
Yes, I have to thank Andrew, and I'm putting out a shameless plug. Forgive me, but okay. This Jaeger, what is it? It's
Seasoning?
Con Jaeger spices.
Uh-huh.
This if you see the guy Andrew in chat, he is one of their meat cutter spice super gurus. Super good guy. Man, I can't say enough about his spices. Man, he sent me like jerky seasoning and other seasoning, and they are phenomenal, guys. If you look him up and see if you can find Andrew. He does. I keep bugging him saying, "Hey, get a YouTube channel," and he doesn't. But
So he's not on YouTube?
no, he's not a YouTuber, but you'll see him in chat. It's Andrew D. And whenever he comes up, it's always up. I always say, the Spice King.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so if you guys are, and they have, that's just the Cajun. They have like garlic butter,
Huh.
Greek seasoning, their fry and wing dust is amazing. Oh my God. That's like almost like Fred's Red Hot. I put that shit on everything.
Oh my God, Mary.
It's yeah. But
I think that comment specifically for James.
but his spices are phenomenal, people. Just if I cannot put a shameless plug out enough, it's
And
for
is
you,
that
Andrew. If you see this,
is that nationwide?
yes, he does. Well, actually, there's a jerky, the High Country jerky here, here over in Lincoln. They actually sent him. I've been texting him back and forth and said, "Hey, have you ever heard of High Country jerky?" And he's like, "Oh, you mean the one that's not making jerky right now because they're doing something." And I went, "Oh, they're not doing anything." So I checked and I went, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah, we know them." And the next day he sent me a picture that High Country Jerky sent them spice packets that they want them to it's their sample, make more of it, which was really funny.
Okay. Okay. I'll certainly make note of that then.
And
I'll
then there was
definitely keep
another Clark Fork Custom Meats. They're kind of a jerky company north of us, and I talked to one of their reps, and Andrew's going to see if they are a client of theirs, and if
Okay.
not, he's going to contact them and maybe see if they can do spices and stuff for them. They do for all over the country. They said one of their biggest is a jerky packet is called Hillbilly Jerky.
Okay.
But yeah, if you guys, look up that Jaeger, that Con Jaeger, CONYEAGER, and see if you can order you some because it's amazing stuff.
Okay.
I don't go and promote a lot of things, but I will promote that stuff. It's amazing.
Sweet. Sweet. Well, let me take this moment to throw out a special shout out to our good and dear friend Rock Butcher, who is back home with his family tonight, and they're out and about. I think going out to go eat tonight or something or another. Either way, he's spending time with them and everything. So we know he couldn't be here tonight, but when he's around, expect a lot of great, good informational talk on stuff to do with geochemistry and geology and everything else. But we certainly want to say, hey, we miss you, Rock. Go and have an awesome time with your family tonight. Catch up on that rest and everything now that you're back home for a bit. And we look forward to having you up here before long, and we'll be talking to you soon. So special shout out.
A riot to have up.
That Jim is a good friend.
You know what would be a really fun live stream?
What's that?
And just listen to it. Get Jeff Williams, Glacial Gold Hunter, and Rock Butcher up. They're all three geos.
Maybe so.
And
maybe so. Yeah. Because
cool.
Yeah, I remember watching Jeff Williams from a long time back and everything and all, but he doesn't come. He does a whole bunch of other stuff in and around, so he doesn't do all the super techno, in-depth, career directed thing. He does all these other crazy antics and everything else to make his show have a lot of different textures and variety of things and all that. So he doesn't have that super geo talk like Rock does, but I really wondered the degree of his education, because when he talks about those mines and the mine that they've recently been doing in the last few years and everything else, the man seems to have a great wealth of knowledge, like Jim.
Flying Arrow, how's it going?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jeff
oh wow! Wait! Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. Oh wait! I've seen somebody who I've not seen in quite a long time, and he's backstage. Is this my buddy from Tennessee that I haven't seen in a good long old time? HD.
But I'm trying to get my earbuds connected.
HD. How you doing, Ed?
Doing good. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
5x5.
Stacy hears you.
My earbuds aren't working, but I can hear you on the phone.
Okay. Hello, my friend. Good to see you.
Yeah. What is this?
Oh, this is the prospector look, my friend. This is a Colorado thing.
You've been down in the swamps too much.
Oh no! I'm about to cut it back some, man. We just hit 90 degrees out here today. It's like, man, that's just way too hot. I'm still in northern Louisiana.
Great. Yeah, I saw you came on earlier, and I got sidetracked.
It's okay. How's things been going, man? Haven't seen you in a long time.
Things are good. Staying on the down low, just doing my thing.
How's the wife?
She's inside.
She's doing her thing. Okay. There you go. Yeah. So on the down low, what's been going on? Not much. Just working and everything.
Pretty much just work, and then I finally been getting off my butt and panning out all the concentrates that I got all over this front porch from different places.
How much concentrates are we talking about? 1 bucket full or 2,000 buckets?
I've probably done like 4 gallons so far.
4 gallons?
Yeah.
Next question. Did you label all your buckets where they came from?
Yeah, half of them. But it's not
like a true prospector.
it's not that hard to just to figure out. It's either Alabama, North Carolina, Tennessee, or Ohio. So it's one of the four. It's all collectible,
Okay.
all four states.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've been
It's
trying to think.
It's
I've
all
been trying to
small,
think anyway. I want to get to Alabama Gold Camp someday,
right?
especially
Yeah,
while I'm still down this way.
Yeah, you need to get down there and meet the chapter president of GPA there. JC, he's a really nice guy. Him and his wife, super nice people.
Do they
But,
have a YouTube presence?
He does mostly on Facebook stuff.
That's kind of what I figured. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he don't mess
So he-
around too much with the YouTube side.
Yeah. It's understandable. Understandable. When's the last time you've been down there?
Whew, last year.
Last year.
Yeah, I haven't done anything, especially this year. My hands are finally almost, they're probably like 90% healed. I got an infection from coolant some at work, and it
Wow.
stripped my hands down to all the layers, stripped all the layers off.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was crazy.
Who? Miss Daisy May was having some something with, not as severe as what you're talking about, but she had something to do with her hands had peeled off like 2 or 3 layers or whatever, and she's been having to use some kind of a ointment of some sort or another, medicated type, to combat
Right.
that. So man, it reminds me of when I was in the service and we used to have this stuff in the motor pool that was stuff that was made with certain enzymes that we would use to clean out the roller bearings and things and all that. That
Right.
they eventually started to tell us stop using that, and they started to do away with it because they had found that those enzymes, even though they were effective in the cleaning of a lot of those bearings and things that we're using when we do vehicle services and all, that was starting to eat into people's skin and their fingers and everything and all, maybe kind of somewhat like what you're kind of showing there or saying. And the military eventually phased that out, went back to more of a mineral spirits kind of, acetone type of cleaning and all that.
Right.
But
Yeah, back
they
in
used to have,
back in
Go
the
ahead.
early 70s and 80s, it was MEK. They used to use MEK to clean a lot of stuff, and that stuff, as soon as you touch it, it goes straight in your skin and straight to your liver.
oh
They stopped using that.
man, straight to the liver. Holy
Yeah.
cow, that's
Oh,
nasty.
Methyl ethyl ketone. Yeah.
Mm.
Nasty stuff.
Hey, Flying Arrow, how's it going? Good to see you, my buddy. Glad to see you
Let
dropped
my
on
kid
in.
here.
Yep, that's your son there, Joe. I guess he's trying to find out what's going on. Yep.
So how long you got
So-
plan on staying down south, Jim?
Well, right now I'm still grounded, basically, because since leaving Dad's and being here,
Right.
this small town has nothing to offer. I'm still battling this stuff with my side that I'm good for a while in the morning, and then after a while, it's like I gotta, sit down or lay back and rest my side a good bit. So I'm not as functional as I used to be. And there's very few jobs in the town has a main east-west drag that stretches over 3 miles, and it's sporadically spaced. And I don't have 100% reliable transportation here, even if I could pick up some kind of work. So if it comes down cats and dogs, I'm kind of screwed. No
Right.
public transportation system. So when you're at ground zero with zero and goose eggs across the board, it makes it really tough. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to get out of Louisiana. I hope to as soon as I can, but job prospect wise, I don't have bad health, but I have this condition that kind of is limiting me to what I couldn't do when a young buck can probably outperform me walking around and doing things. I can outlift anybody, but lifting is static, so I can do good being static. But if I got to move around, walk around, be on my feet all day, man, I can't quite do it. So I'm kind of in a pinch, trying to figure it all out, and I'm trying to see what Stacy's got over in his section and all, and then how can I manage to get out to his way and maybe have a good foot in the door there. And then plus we got mining we can do. That sounds like my better option, but I don't know when that can take place. So
Right.
that's kind of my crux at the minute. And I'm probably going to sell my 4-inch dredge, because then that way that would give me moving money to be able to up and relocate.
Hey, Jim, I never asked you, can you weld aluminum?
No, I never. Even though I was maintenance in the military for 10 years, I never. They did train us one day during one of our parts of advanced training on at least cutting with a welding torch, but that was the extent. I didn't actually do welding in and of itself, and we never stayed with our welder guy when he would go and weld parts back onto the M1 tanks or onto the Bradleys or the 113s. So I never got training on doing welding.
Okay, well, there's some options. Let's just say that.
Okay, yeah, that's been great with the few talks that we've had, and with the things that you've been thinking about and mentioning of to me over the time. That Montana sounds like it's my best option of places to go. Period. Because anywhere else, I just got no money and no assets behind me to do anything else with, and I got no transportation. So I'm quite limited. So it's like, how do I overcome all of these things? The dredge is my only asset. And, I'm looking to get top dollar for it since, gold prices are so high now. So I should be able to hopefully get about 12 grand for it, I would think, since
Johnny
it's a
Small
4.
Pepper.
Yeah. So hopefully, but right now we're still in Louisiana. I got a granddaughter going off to the military tomorrow to go into basic training. She just graduated high school the week before. I got another granddaughter who's going to have a birthday in about just a hair over a week. And then we got another child that's going to be born not too long from now. It's going to be the 9th grandchild. So that's kind of, that's pretty much everything with where things are currently for me, to kind of sum it all up. So,
Wow, you
Cool.
got 9. My
Don't-
kid only gave me 4.
I didn't catch everything that you said there, Joe. Say it again.
I said, wow, you got 9. My kid, who's probably
Yeah,
still
9
in
going on
check,
9.
I can't see it, gave me 4.
4.
Well,
Yeah, I've got 2 grandchildren from my daughter, who's the oldest, and this here where I'm at is my oldest son, and they're going on technically they're going on number 5, but there's 4 from the prior marriage of my daughter-in-law. So it's going to be 9 kids in the house. Well, the one's going off to basic training tomorrow, so she can kind of say she's already gone out of the house. So, yeah, but still, it's going to be the 9th grandchild overall. And then my other 2 sons, I don't know. I don't think they've gotten started, so hopefully not, because I can't keep track with whose birthday it is and how old they are. Barely remember their names.
I need a flow chart.
What branch is she going in?
Well, we have 12.
She's going in the Army.
Army.
She's going to be civil engineer.
Okay.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Joe.
A lot better Army career than what I chose.
Yeah, she's going to have it good because whenever
I'm gonna
out,
come
she'll
back
be
up
able
on camp.
There you are. All right.
Well,
Now we see you. So
like
go
I
ahead, my
said,
friend. You got the floor.
All right. I am part of the best of the best coin community, ran by Ida Herring. half the
Okay.
year we do St. Jude's. The other half of the year we pretty much do Wounded Warriors, and that's where our donations go. Now, first of all, she's already got my package. I told her husband to lift with his vac because it's just to attract kids to the St. Jude's table from a Mystic Stamp Company, part of the Whitman Group.
Okay.
But my dear friend, mainly dirt fishing, has teamed up with Shane, Ohio River History, and they took my idea and ran with it, and so there's going to be kids detectors going there. I don't know how Ida's going to run that part. I mean, stuff I sent was going to be free, and then my son, who might still be in the chat, for Wounded Warriors, I've commissioned him to do some 3D prints. So,
All right.
woohoo. That's all I had to say. Support your local charities, the people you care about.
Yep. Okay.
And I'm dead.
All right. Definitely, Joe. That's definitely good to mention and bring up, especially those programs and all that. Wounded Warrior Project. A lot of the community and guys do a lot of work and support Wounded Warrior. And I think they even still had something else. I don't think. I guess Carson is getting something going on with them as well again too. Some of the Stacker community was doing MLZB and Cash Money and them guys. They were even doing stuff with Wounded Warrior Project just recently as well too. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing to get involved with. They definitely got some good things going on with that.
Oh yeah,
Sweet.
I
didn't see. I saw Travis. I didn't get to say hello to Travis there real quick. So all those who just recently came into the chat, if I haven't acknowledged you, forgive me. It's sometimes a little hard to pay attention to the chat when all this talking happens too. So yeah, Travis came in. So good to see you, Johnny Small Pepper. Definitely good to see you. Who else was it?
Hey, Johnny.
Ed. No.
I can't see chat.
Yep. And of course,
Every time I
Flying
try
Arrow.
going back and forth through chat, I usually kick myself out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're fine.
I have my really crappy free laptop going where I can see chat, and because it's not powerful enough to stream off of, I'm streaming off my phone, but using the laptop to see chat. So
Right.
I got some funky setup here.
But it works.
Well,
at least you can see both.
So far, it's only kicked me out once.
Yes, he's only had one drop. And thankfully, I have not had a drop. That's the other thing about being here. We've got a very spotty Wi-Fi connection, and it just depends. That's why I'm inside, because it's been stable being inside. I'm only like 10 feet away. So that's been helpful. Otherwise, if I was outside, which I normally am, then it just Wi-Fi will tend to drop a lot on me out there. So,
Yeah.
but either way.
All
So what else you got?
Me suck my internet. Yeah. I can't get anything.
You still got all those deers showing up and everything, looking for a handout?
They're wandering around right now.
I figured they were.
Much.
Yeah, if you've ever seen any of the videos Ed has put out and all that, it's really, really cool, man. Those deers come all up on his property and everything else, and it's all cool to see, feeding them the corn and everything. Definitely cool. Definitely cool. Well, sweet.
It's squirrel corn. The deers are coming to steal it.
Yeah,
it's illegal.
Squirrel corn. Oh, now we know the truth. Okay, okay.
Oh,
The
tree
deer.
rats.
So the deers are like going to somebody else's live stream and doing a raid. Okay, okay, got. So what else you got happening there for the summer that's now getting ready to be summertime? What you got going on for the summer?
Maybe not too much. Really, nothing planned this year. Probably do some traveling. Take Judy out to Alabama to meet her friend, and they're gonna go down to Florida to go visit another friend. So she's gonna be running rapid. And I'm gonna be unsupervised for a
Uh-oh.
little while.
Well, I guess while
Right.
you're at Alabama, you might as well hit Gold Camp. Twist your
Right?
arm.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Yeah. Ow, ow, ow.
40. I have to go down to Huntsville and just, hang a left
Yeah,
and go east 45 minutes and we'll be at the gold camp.
Ow, 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 ow.
that's not terribly too far out the way, or else you're going to have to swing this way. Tell her you want to go to.
I could always half the trip and over by the Talladega Raceway, the creeks over there carry gold. They carry gold over there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Else you have to go west and come to Crater Diamonds Mine in Arkansas.
Right. Yeah, it's about 3.5 hours to Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Okay. Has any of you guys gone to Creators of Diamonds and gone there to, mine? And if you did you find anything?
I've been there once and spent a full day and I didn't find anything. Had a good time. It was hot as hell though. There's like 0 trees there.
Oh, one of those, huh?
Yeah. It's closer to me here than it is to go to Alabama Gold Camp. So I've never been, and I look forward to going and getting there for the first time and checking it out. But I don't know when that's going to be on the books to do. But I think the 3.5 hour drive is about all it is for me as well. So yeah, it's pretty close.
Right.
So what about you, Joe? You got anything planned for the summer?
I still want to get to the diamond mine, field of diamonds, whatever you want to call it, crater. We were kiddo and she and I were supposed to go to Autism Tennessee. Dad decided to croak, so we had to deviate our plans, but we had a big trip planned. I still want to make that up. Probably won't hit Nashville, but my friend in Clarksville has moved to Florida, so I don't want to make that drive, but I'm thinking Mammoth Cave, Crater of Diamonds, and see if they'll let me back into Fort Campbell anyway when I can drive again. That's probably going to be next year, actually. Something about.
All right. And what about you, Stacy? What's the plans for you for the rest of getting in? We're almost near summer since Memorial Day is the unofficial start, which was last weekend.
Hell, June's tomorrow. It's like, good grief.
Well, did the 4 or 5 days up at Butterfly, and came home. Third Saturday of every month until October is club meeting, Gold Club meetings, and then I'm trying to work in Spider Mine above that,
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that would be, but just in case you had any other plans or whatever else, because I think Keith and Eva have said that they're trying to get out and get a little more prospecting and things going. I don't know if they're still doing work towards their Montana B mine or claim that they started to do a little work on or not, but it's
Keith and Eva aren't far from Spider Mine, and I'll have to.
okay.
Do you have their phone number? I used to have it, and I don't know with I don't know, my phone every once in a while decides to just throw itself up, and I lose numbers. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have their information. Rock Butcher does,
Okay,
but I
I
don't.
have Rock Butcher's
Then
number, so that's not.
Y'all know the status of my situation with my phone. I can't use my phone as a phone anymore because it doesn't read the SIM card. I have no way of running mobile data. I can do Wi-Fi only on it, so I can only communicate to people either through email or WhatsApp or Signal app. So WhatsApp and Signal app still run with my phone number. If y'all have my phone number, then I can still, you have that, Stacy, so I can use WhatsApp and Signal app.
Right.
But I don't have phone service through T-Mobile or anything anymore, but somehow I've still got the phone number, which is truly weird. But that's the only ways I can communicate, but I've never had Keith and Eva's information.
Yeah.
So that's something for you to know there, Ed. I know you don't know that's what happened but my phone is broken, so I can only use it with Wi-Fi. So if you need to get a hold of me, you can either, get me by my email, or if you have WhatsApp or Signal app, I can, talk to you through that way on my phone number that I have. So that phone number you had with me should still be the number. If it's the 355 number, then yeah. You can get a hold of me. You can find me on WhatsApp or Signal app if you have those. Otherwise, it's down to email. So
yeah, I would,
just
I'd
so
like
you know,
get those two, maybe to come up over the pass, and they're a lot smarter than my dumb ass is. So and get his input on what he thinks about Spider-Mine. I can have grandeur thoughts and this and that, but until I get like a geologist or somebody who's smarter than me up there, you know what I mean?
You get Jim.
I'd love to get Rock Butcher down here.
Oh yeah, he's man. I tell you, that man's got some knowledge. I've had the pleasure of meeting him. I think Stacy already probably remembers me talking about that before, but yeah, it wasn't long enough. He was there for dinner and spent overnight with us to rest up and go back on the road after breakfast in the morning. And that's all the amount of time that, he and I got to spend with each other. But man, very, very worthwhile. The knowledge that man has is incredible, and the experience.
Yeah.
And it was my pleasure to meet him. So it was very, very cool. So definitely want to meet up with him again. In fact, I want to meet up with all you guys. It's not just one guy and only one guy. I got a whole wealth of y'all. I'd love to be able to go and meet up with and all. And that goes back to 4 years ago when I was on YouTube the first time. So, thankfully I've got most of y'all back from that time frame back onto my subscriber list already and everything. So it's been pretty cool being back on YouTube now. So definitely appreciate everybody and missed everybody. So I just didn't know what was going to happen when I was taking care of Dad for those 2.5 years. So, but other than that, if we are at 2:08, 2 hours, 8 minutes in. So we're getting along in the live stream there. So I'm going to get ready to wind this up unless anybody's got anything else in particular they want to bring up or talk about or promote or whatever you got. The floor is for you guys or for the chat. And if not, we'll start to get ready to say our goodbyes and do this again next week.
I'll get Flying Arrow. He said, sorry, he's not talking much. He's writing trivia questions for Pop-Up Live tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh heck no.
Mary and him were doing a lot of talking, so I don't think there's a great many people left in the chat.
I don't see. I don't want to touch too many buttons or. I got this funky system going and it's working.
Okay.
So far.
Joe, you had anything you were starting to say something there? I didn't mean to cut you off if we cut you off or something by chance. Were you saying anything?
Well, we're about to leave the stream, and I've got to leave it with peace out and much love, guys.
Okay. Well, I'll leave the last for you, Ed, for anything else you want to announce or talk about or whatever, since you're so wonderfully gracious to appear for the first time in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Which we will have.
Like a
We will have that
decade.
blue moon. We will have that blue moon tonight going into tomorrow morning there.
Right?
We found the unicorn.
Right? Yeah, I don't
Go
get
ahead.
on much anymore these days, but I've figured, what the heck, give it a go and see if I connect up with you guys and just say hey. Just basically reconnect with you guys.
Sweet.
Cool.
Well, it does my heart great joy to see you, my friend. I'm glad you did. Come on. And sorry it's been so long, but when my phone got broken, it's been broken for quite a while now. You know, I've just had no particular way to overly communicate and everything. You know, and I figured you were
Yeah.
going to be busy one way or the
Heck,
other. But
I think the last time you and I talked, you hadn't moved yet. That was basically the last time we
it could
talked.
be, or it was near that
You
process.
just
But yeah.
relocated your dad.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I think that was the last time you and I actually talked.
Yeah, that was about 9 months ago or so, or
Yeah.
abouts. Yeah, because I've been here. It'll be a year in August. So we're going into June. So yeah, it's been 10 months that I've been here. So wow, time goes fast. Next thing you know, you're going to be looking down at 60 like I am.
Yeah. In December, I'll hit 60 in December.
Oh, well, okay. That's right. Your
Yeah,
birthday is close. Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
I am not. Well, I got about 3 more years for that.
Right?
Am I older than you, Stacy, or are we the same age?
I'm 57.
Oh, okay. So I got a couple of years on you. Okay. A few years, yeah. Okay. If that's who I forgot to, I was trying to type in the chat and I only got 2 names in. I knew there was a third person I wanted to say hello to. So Travis, if I didn't get the hello out to you, so sorry. It's so late to mention it, but thank you for coming in and hello to you, 403 Prospector. That's Travis. Yeah. So we just been busy jacking our jaws up here, but we haven't seen Ed in forever. So we
I've been
thank
yelling
Ed.
at him.
Yeah. And you already know Stacy anyway. So yeah. But yeah, thank you for coming into the live stream today, Travis. I certainly do appreciate that. Thank you so much. So other than that, I think we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to everyone now and end this. I got to go and proof the thing when it saves and make my acknowledgments to everybody when I save the description. So I make sure I always make sure I acknowledge everybody that I can, whether they've been up on panel or whether they've been in the chat. I try to mention everybody who shows up, unless you're somebody I don't know. If you're somebody new for the very first time visiting, well, yeah, I'm not going to remember your name overly. But for everybody else, I always try to have that @ in your handle name mentioned in the channel description, which should show up on your YouTube thing saying so-and-so mentioned you in, a thing or a post or whatever it's called. So I try to acknowledge everybody who's always coming into the streams and everything else. So that way, it's really a nice thing to do to be able to acknowledge everybody. And I thank everyone who showed up tonight The jury's still out for you, Mary. I just don't know what to tell you about you and this conflict you have with Nightbot. I just don't know what to tell you. The jury's still out on whether Nightbot should be nice to you or not.
You gotta remember she's alone tonight, so she's got to fight with someone.
Yeah. We'll give her that benefit of the doubt. We'll have to ask Keith if he'll have mercy on her in that regard.
And now she's back, and now she's getting after James.
She never lets him alone. Oh
I
my.
wish I could see chat.
Oh, James is here actually. He's actually here. He's in the chat. Hey,
Well,
James.
James came in and said Mary was busy, laugh out loud, smiley faces, editing. And Mary was like, BS, James, you were masturbating.
Of none.
Oh, and then James come back and said, well, that was earlier.
Well, she just said hello, masturbator, in the chat to him. So, oh my, I love you guys. I love all of y'all.
Mary.
Thank y'all so much. It does my heart great joy to be able to be back doing all of this again, seeing friends of old again, and seeing all the newer friends I've been making recently as well too. So it's what I remembered from when I was on before, and I'm glad to see it's continuing on. And I'm definitely glad I am back. So thank y'all so much for loving and supporting back on me as well, and helping out my channels to, do some growing here. And hopefully we'll be at that point of doing memberships and super chats and everything else. And we're going to keep driving, keep going this way with both channels, Asakura Mining as well as Muscle Up 2 PR. So,
No
Well,
problem.
hell yeah, I remember watching you go get what was that? Either a coffee or a milkshake or something at the mall at like noon or something. You'd do a 15 or 20 minute little pop up.
Yeah, that was the Citadel Mall in Colorado Springs, because I was in Colorado Springs for 22 years. So yep. That was a nice little spot that I could go live at the moment and take as like on my lunch breaks and whatever else. So yeah, I loved them smoothies, and I loved Raul's beef burritos that I'd always get. Real good time, real good stuff. So, but yeah, I always kept y'all in my mind and my heart and everything else, and figured we'll all be back together eventually someday. And of course, here it is. So I'm very grateful.
I'm OG.
Yeah. Yep. Well, special super thanks to Ed for showing up tonight. Hope you start coming back more often as you can, whenever you can. And you're always welcome to be online with me, up on here with me, and whatever else. You're always welcome, brother. Good to have you. Good to see you. Stacy, I don't know so much about, because Mary said Stacy is weird.
Only on days.
And I especially want to thank Joe, Bad Idea Lab, for coming up and participating onto the panel with us today. Thank you so much, Joe. You and I have had a lot of chat talk before, but it's certainly good to pull you up and see you up here as well, and being a part with us. So thank you so much.
Brother.
So I leave the last goodbyes to you guys, and then we'll say goodbye to chat, and we'll be live on Asakura Mining on Thursday for Straight Talk for 1 hour at 5 p.m. Central, and do the Saturday thing again next Saturday we'll have the 2-hour program like it is. It's an hour later, 6 p.m. than the Thursday one. So Thursdays and Saturdays in the evening is when I do the Straight Talk on Asakura. And I go live every morning with Muscle Up at 11 a.m. Central for the things we do with that for the fitness channel. So other than that, the floor is yours to say whatever y'all want to the chat, and we'll kill it there.
Take care, y'all. Yeah, be safe.
I have some in my video. You have to find Edna. And
All right.
she might not be where you think she is. And she's pretty hard to find.
Just as long as she's not with Mary.
Edna's well, she's a day drinker. She kind of finds a nice cool spot and kind of sits there. So that's another hint.
Okay. All right. Any last words, Joe?
Peace out and much love, guys. That's all I have to say.
Beautifully said. Okay, thank you everyone who came in chat. We're going to go ahead and end it now. So you guys have a great night. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Be happy. Be healthy. Don't get injured. And we'll see you on the next time we go live. So thank you so much.
Guys. Be good.
And take care. Bye-bye.
Bye now.